Doing the work that God's called you to do is messy. And you can absolutely be an angel and get dirty. And you can absolutely be a troublemaker because, look, Jesus flipped tables. How many figures that you know of were doing the work of God that had to go into battle? And you're doing that. You're bringing attention to what needs to be brought attention to, and what's most importantly, and this is something I say every time I speak to a Holt Prize group, every time I get to speak anywhere in relation to Africa, specifically Nigeria. Nigerian youth are going to change the world for the better. It's your truth, your stories, the real stories of Africa, the real stories of Nigeria. That is going to impact and change the world for the better, because it's people like yourself that are refusing to shy away from the potential trouble of speaking the truth, speaking truth to power. And you are setting an example for Americans, because Americans right now are very confused and lost, and they're at war with each other. There's a lot of confusion. There's people that will speak up when it comes to propaganda, and they'll speak up to things that they can't really prove true is true, but no one really wants to tell the truth about what's really going on. And that's a problem. But people like yourself are setting an example for the rest of the world. You're setting an example for the youth, for adults, for people, again, from all walks of life. So I celebrate you and your courage. And it's okay to be an angel and be a troublemaker.
Thank you so much, Joshua. I really appreciate that. I do think we're in an interesting period of time. Every part of the world is currently facing so many unprecedented changes, with AI and the climate crisis. It feels like things are rapidly changing and everyone is just at war with each other. But I think, at the end of the day, anytime one, kind of world fails or gets disrupted, a new one emerges. So yeah, I'm quite optimistic.
I love it. Now, your advocacy began at the age of 13. Most 13-year-olds are worried about fitting in. You were writing poems about the triple planetary crisis. Did you feel like you grew up too fast? Do you feel like you have to sacrifice your childhood to become a guardian of the future?
I actually would say I did get to be a child. In fact, I still live like a very normal teenager. Obviously, I try to separate my advocacy or public facing work from who Tariq himself is. So, there's a differentiation from Tariq, the public facing activist advocate, and also Tariq, the, normal teenager who's just figuring life out like every other kid. When I was 13, I was very normal. I had a friend group. I was in middle school. I was, doing silly things as everybody else. Trying to while I was trying so hard to stand out and have my voice heard, there were also moments where I also tried to fit in. Be one of the, really cool kids. And back then, my mom didn't want me to be on social media. I was really pissed. We had that whole conversation on you're too young to be on Instagram. And so, I had the very normal teenage moments too. It wasn't I had some very different, special childhood. I think the only thing I got differently was that I had parents who were willing to let me explore myself and be, whoever I really wanted to be. So even if they, had their concerns, they still felt he has the right to choose his own destiny if that's what he wants for himself.